What is happening, people? Welcome back to the Brothers Geek Out channel. This is G-Man out here in Singapore, and this is my quick breakdown, spoiler review of Stranger Things Season 4, Episode 1. The episode is called Hellfire Club. We'll get to that in a second, but it starts off with a flashback of 1979, where when they're in the facility and doing the experiments with the kids, and it's a very gruesome, scary scene where a massacre happens and everyone's just dead. The facility staff, the kids, blood, bones all broken and whatnot. It's actually quite scary and gruesome. At the end of that scene, you see 11 there, and it looks like she's the one that's caused this massacre. She's got blood on her face and whatnot. But by the end of the episode, you realize that it's not her that's caused this massacre. It's Vecna, the big bad of this season, a ghoulish, powerful lich that slithers out of the upside down world, because at the end of the episode, this Vecna thing kills one of the cheerleaders who we see in the episode, who you see in the upside down throughout the whole episode, kills her in the very same way. Eyes popped out, bones all broken. It's actually very scary and gruesome. So that's how they started it. Then we go back into the timeline of 1986. Everyone looks older. We get introduced to everyone again. Will and Eleven are in school. Eleven's writing a letter to Mike, and it's that typical, everything's going well, high school's awesome, blah, blah, blah. In reality, high school sucks. She has no friends, she's getting bullied and whatnot. But we get a chance to see everyone. Mike and Dusty are part of the Hellfire Club gang that they're in, or group that they're in, where they play Dungeons and Dragons. So that's what relates back to the name of the episode. Luca's a baller now. Basketball, he's like a jock. We see Nancy, who's an editorial person. We see Jonathan bunning the weed. Stephen, he's having women problem as usual. Joyce, who's working from home. I wonder if it's related to a pandemic that we just went through and everyone working from home. But yeah, throughout this episode, we get to see this new character, Chrissy, who's this cheerleader. She's already seeing some stuff in the upside down world. I wonder if it has anything to do with this counselor, because she looks suspicious and whatnot. And then by the end of the episode, with this cheerleader, Chrissy, she's seeing stuff like the same clock that Will was seeing when he was seeing the upside down world. So something's up there. And then by the end of this episode, she dies in the same way that everyone died in the beginning, as we spoke about. Joyce gets a package from Russia, and then she calls Murray, and Murray cracks me up. My guy just came back from a karate class, and I wonder if that's linked to Karate Kid, because when Karate Kid came out in the 80s, there was a big hype on karate. So he just came back from his karate class. He kind of helped to decipher what this package and doll was or whatnot. They broke the doll and found out there's a message in there saying Hopper is alive. So they continue that story. There was a scene where, what's his name? Mike and Dusty were looking for a new player for them to join their Hellfire's Club to play Dungeons and Dragons. That scene reminded me of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Remember the scene in the mall when all the historical figures were causing trouble in the mall, and there was a tune playing in the background. Beethoven was playing the Mozart piece. It just reminded me of that same tune, and they're kind of wandering around trying to get different people to play in their games. That tune was played it's a Mozart tune called Rondo alla Turca, aka Piano Sonata number 11, 1783. So that was a flashback to that. That's what it reminded me of. Yeah, but that was my quick review. Listen, I think even though you probably binge through all of it and know what's going on, but it's great to get a breakdown and see the characters, see the groups back together again. And these little Easter eggs, they're going to keep doing it. The 80s Easter eggs, they're going to keep throwing it in there. And that was what I took away from this one. Karate Kid and Bill and Ted. Anyway, we'll do a review for every episode, even though you can binge it through. We'll do a review for every episode and see what we took away, what Easter eggs and what breakdowns we took away. But so far, this is looking a lot more gruesome than the previous episode. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, that was a quick review and breakdown. I'm out. Peace. Episode 2 coming soon.